Hi Taurus, welcome to your October mid-monthlies with me. This is Brooke and welcome back to Nightbird Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in. Taurus, thank you so much for helping me reach my goal of 5,000 subscribers, and we're still climbing, so let's reach for 6,000, Taurus, and keep this content going. So thank you to those that have newly subscribed to my channel. I'm doing a 3-card reading for your mid-monthlies, Taurus. So let's begin. I've already pre-shuffled. Going to be using the Aquarian Tarot deck for your mid-monthlies. And let's take a look at what's on the bottom of the deck, and we see the Hanged Man, Major Arcana. Very much about something in suspension, mid-month October to the end of the month. Something needs to be sacrificed, Taurus. And what is that? Or perhaps the feelings of being hung up about a particular situation or decision. So this is a stall of some kind for many of those that are watching. There may be questions of how much am I willing to sacrifice more of myself in this situation, depending on what you're going through, Taurus, in your particular life path at the moment. So this is one where there is a pause or a suspension of some kind, mid-month October. The next card that we see coming out of the most recent past is the Three of Swords. So the Three of Swords comes in, and this is something that is very much immediate. This is something that could be sort of feelings of heartbreak, separation, short-term separation, short-term heartbreak, some sort of perhaps short-term sudden painful loss of some kind. And this is coming out of the most recent past. There is a form of heartbreak for many of those that are watching that may be where the feelings of going back to the Hanged Man of now what do I do? Feeling immobilized, feeling a bit taken back suddenly. It was something that perhaps many of you that are resonating with this is you weren't expecting this. It caught you off guard. Okay, what do I do now? There wasn't a backup plan. There wasn't a, I never saw this coming, so I didn't prepare for it kind of feeling to it. Now the present energies, however, we have Major Arcana, the Chariot. So this speaks to me on a level, Taurus, of feeling very courageous through any sort of challenge or curveball that may be thrown at you mid-month October to the end of the month. I'm going to put curveball in your subtitle for the title of this video. Curveball. Life sometimes can be very unexpected and throw us situations that we're definitely not prepared for. But Taurus, you have an underlying way of getting through hard situations. So even if a curveball is thrown your way, with the Chariot in the present position really indicates to me that there's an ability to overcome. There's an ability to rise to the occasion. There's an ability to overcome obstacles. You're very driven. You're not going to back down. I won't back down. So there's a feeling of I'm not going to let this set me back, so to speak. So the Chariot's very much about driven, courageous energy for Taurus. Now coming up in the future potential, we have the Seven of Cups. This is very much about options, but not pinpointing specific options. So there's going to be a sort of period of perhaps confusion. There could be a period of fantasy, imagination overdrive, daydreaming now. I have all these options before me. Which element do I want to go into? I'm not sure. There could be this feeling of indecision going back to the Hanged Man. So that's very much a card of fantasy or illusions, or having to deal with something that may be abrupt, or a curveball of some kind may spin you off into a courageous direction, but you're not really able to pinpoint now And this is going forward. This doesn't have to be in the time frame of mid-month to the end of the month. This is something that may be happening until some sort of decision comes, or you come to terms with that decision. I'm going to pull 3 more cards. So we have, interesting, we have a queen that has appeared, the Queen of Swords, coupled with strength and ending with the 5 of Swords. So the queen comes in. There may be a potential for female air sign qualities, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. However, there could also be a particular person that plays a factor or a role in the outplay of events for Taurus. This also could indicate, because she is typically known as the widow in the Tarot deck, the Queen of Swords is the survivor. She's the divorcee. She's the one that has really been through it. And she may be a little more tough on the inside. She may come across as being a bit more stoic or a bit more hardened. But she has the great ability to get past this kind of wishy-washy confusion state of, oh, you know, this, and this, and this. And she's able to kind of rein those emotions in. And she has the ability, because it's basically self-taught, her ability to maintain and steer her way through any sort of difficult situation. This may be an actual person. This may be significant or be your significator card for Taurus yourself, male or female. Of course, her attributes can be male as well. And then following her, we have strength. So strength trumps the situation in terms of being able to not only tune into yourselves internally and drawing upon your survival skills, but the ability of overcoming and having emotional support as a whole from family, from friends, from this particular queen in particular. Now, following this, we have the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords is very much about, there could be possibilities now of conniving behavior, or someone trying to one up you on a situation. The 5 of Swords message, however, is realizing your limitation. Realizing your limitation. So if somebody's coming at you, or if there's been an abruptness of some kind that's very much caused you heartbreak or pain, and if somebody keeps coming at you, or something keeps trying to drill it in your mind about a particular thought or a particular opinion, or just being very spiteful or conniving in general, the message is for Taurus, you realize your boundary and you realize your limitation in this situation, okay? That's what this card's very much about. Realizing your limitation, realizing that, you know what, if it's something that's directly happening to you or indirectly happening to you, setting that firm boundary with that particular person, situation, or party. So good luck to you, Taurus. Keep me posted. I hope this reading was helpful. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be back. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.